Life is a series of choices, some small, some monumental. Every decision we make ripple outward, shaping our future in ways we often don't anticipate. But how often do we stop and think about these ripples? Not just the immediate splash, but the waves that follow. This is the essence of second order thinking, a mental model that challenges us to look beyond the obvious and consider the chain of consequences that every choice sets in motion. Second order thinking is the practical asking, and when that, it's about anticipating not just the immediate effects of our actions, but the secondary and tertiary consequences that will follow, while first order thinking stops at the immediate result. I do X and Y will happen. Second order thinking digs deeper. I do X, Y happens and becomes. Because of Y, Z happens. It's easy to focus on what's right in front of us. The challenge, the power, comes from looking further down the road. Consider this example. A company decides to cut costs by using the cheaper materials in the products. First order thinking is simple. Low cost means higher profit margins. But what about second order effects? Customers notice the decline in quality, complaints rises, brand loyalty diminishes. Over time, the company loses market share. What seemed like a small move intentionally turns to costly mistakes. On the flip side, second order thinking can guide us towards a better outcomes. Choosing to prioritize sleep over cramming for an exam might seem counterintuitive in the short term, but the secondary effects, improved focus, memory retention, and overall health improvement, make a wiser decision than cramping for the test and staying up all night. So, how do you use second order thinking in our daily lives? It starts with one simple question: what happens next? But don't stop there. Ask it again and again. Just like first principles thinking, keep asking. Break each decision into its potential chain of events. Map out the ripple effect, both positive and negative. It helps to visualize your choices. Imagine each decision as a tree. The trunk is the choice you make. Every branch represents an outcome, and each branch splits into smaller branches. The goal is to trace these branches as far as possible, identifying risks, opportunities, and unintended consequences. Let's take investing. First order thinking says, this stock is rising fast. I should buy it. Second order thinking asks, what it happens if the market corrects? What if I need to liquidity soon? By considering these second order effects, you make more informed, resilient decisions before these outcomes actually appear in front of you. Or think about parenting. Enforcing a strict curfew might seem like a way to ensure safety for your child, an immediate benefit. But the second order effects might include resentment, rebellion, or indignant behaviors by the child, which result in a lack of trust further down their childhood. By considering these outcomes, parents can strike a balance between rules and freedom to better raise their child. Of course, second order thinking isn't easy. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to challenge your assumptions before. Sometimes the chain of consequences is unclear and it's impossible to predict every outcome. Every partial clarity can be a game changer. The more you practice, the sharper your foresee becomes. It's also about learning from your mistakes. Let's look back at decisions that didn't work out. Were you focusing on the immediate results? What could you have anticipated if you might thought further if you used second order thinking? The goal is to make second order thinking a habit. Before making any significant decisions, pause, reflect, map out the ripple effect. This practice won't eliminate uncertainty, but it will reduce impulsivity and help you make choices that stand the rest of the time. When you master second order thinking, you're not just reacting to life, you're designing it. You're thinking strategically, embracing complexity, and creating a future that aligns with your values and goals. In a world full of quick fixes and instant gratification, second thinking reminds us to think deeper, plan smarter, and live with intention and thoughts. The ripple of your decisions shape your life. The question is, what kind of waves do you want to create? What kind of effects do you want to have